Hello again, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend again, did something fun. Today, our math lesson, we're going to touch on a couple of different things. First will be the sequencing of numbers, and then we'll touch on word problems, story problems, okay? So to begin with, sequencing numbers, sequence means to put in the correct order. And today I want you to be able to look at the numbers I give you and then be able to continue the pattern in the correct order. So let's take a look at the whiteboard here and our task analysis. So number one, look at the sets of numbers. Okay, so let's look at our first set of numbers. We have 10, 12, 14. That's our first set of numbers. Determine the difference between these numbers. So what's the difference between 10 and 12? Well, if we count, we'd say 10, 11, 12. The difference is 2. If we count the difference between 12 and 14, we would say 12, 13, 14. The difference is still 2. So we've determined the difference to be 2, which means that we are skip counting by 2s. Step 3 says to complete the pattern. We are going to write the next 3 numbers in the pattern. Okay? Skip counting by 2. So if we have 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That would be completing the pattern. Okay? So now we're going to look at our next set of numbers. We have 115, 120, and 125. We need to determine the difference. Okay? So to do that, we are going to count the difference between the first two numbers. So 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. The difference is 5. Let's check between the next two numbers. 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125. The difference is 5 again. So what are we skip counting by in this set of numbers? 5. Correct. So we're going to we're going to now complete the pattern and fill in the next 3 numbers. So starting with 115, let's count. 115, 120, 125. What's next? 130. Good. And next? 135. Good. And next? 140. Great job. Great job. Okay, let's see if we can do something a little trickier with some bigger numbers. Are you up for it? Do you think you can do something with bigger numbers? Whoops, my pen rolled away. There it is. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see if we can do some bigger numbers. How about if we do 420, 422, and 424. So we need the next 3 numbers. So if we count the difference, we determine the difference, 420, 421, 422. What's the difference? 2. So we are skip counting by 2s. So let's do it. 420, 422, 424, 426, 428, and 430. Great job. Great job. I want us to try just one more. And let's try, let's say 635, 640, 645. What would our next three numbers be? Well, first determine the difference between these. So 635, 636, 637, 638, 639, 640. Our difference is 5. So we're going to skip count by 5 and our pattern will continue in 5. 635, 640, 645, 650, 655, and 660. Great job, boys and girls. You will have those problems on your Google Forms to do. Okay? I'm going to pause just for a minute and prepare the board again, and then we're going to do a quick review of some word problems. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Okay, boys and girls, I'm back. So we're going to take a look at what we're going to do for some word problems here. Usually you would be able to, you would have the word problems written in front of you. And today you do not. So we are going to, let's take a look at our task analysis here. So I said find the numbers. Well, since you, usually we circle the numbers. And since you don't have it on your paper, you cannot circle them. But hopefully you do have a piece of paper and a pencil there. As I read the word problem to you, I want you to write the numbers down. Listen for the numbers, find those numbers. Find the key words. You guys are familiar with key words. You can't circle it, but I want you to listen to and think about what the key words are so you can decide if you're going to add or subtract. Then you're going to write an equation using those numbers, and then you're going to write the label. Tell me what it is, okay, that you're talking about. So, first of all, our first one, listen carefully. Do not write the words that I'm saying, only write the numbers. Okay, boys and girls? So the first one, Izzy had 25 pieces of candy. Her mom gave her 10 more. How many pieces of candy does Izzy have altogether? Let's think about that. Izzy has 25 pieces of candy. Did you write 25? Good. Her mother gave her 10 more. How many pieces of candy does she have altogether? What's the key word? Altogether. What does altogether tell us to do? Add or subtract? It tells us to add. So that's what we'll do. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. She has 35 pieces of candy. So our label would be candy. We would write the word candy as part of our answer. 35 candy or 35 pieces of candy. Either one is just fine. So we have to make sure we write down what we're talking about. And what we're talking about in this problem is candy. Okay? I'm going to erase this. And we're going to do one more together. So get your pencil and paper ready. So the next one is Jaden has 86 cars. He gave 12 to his friend. How many cars does he have left? Okay, so find the numbers. Did you write them down as I gave you the problem? Jaden has how many cars? 86. Correct. He gave 12 to his friend. How many cars does Jaden have left? Add or subtract? What's the key words? So boys and girls, what were the key words? Have left. What do we do? Add or subtract? Subtract. Good. So let's do it. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 8 minus 1 equals 7. Okay, 74. So now we've written an equation We need to write our label, or what is it that we're talking about? Jaden had 86 what? Cars. Great job. So we're going to write the word cars with our answer. Okay? All right, boys and girls. So that's our lesson for today. If you have questions, go back and watch the video again. And we are done for now. So I'll see you next time. Bye.